What's good, everybody? This is Reno Noir. You're watching the sixth element of hip hop. I am your host, my co-host Stu Dog with me, my other co-host Cooks, and my other co-host Sada. We all here. Glad to present to you a very special guest. We got Jay Parris in the building. Y'all might know him from Belly. He played my kid. Uh, Hella great actor and a great dude. We just been chopping it up with him, so we gonna get it in and start talking to my dog right now. What's good with you, Jay?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Y'all appreciate
Hey,
y'all for the opportunity.
Yo, we thank you, man, for giving us the opportunity,
Yeah,
man, to
yeah,
chop
give
it
us
up
the
with you.
opportunity.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Word, peace, Herbert. What's good? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
that's what we do. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everybody know you from everybody know you from Belly. That's a classic movie, classic hood flick. That you know what I'm saying. One of my favorites of all time. You played like kid, and right off the bat, man, God rest the dead, man. To DMX, man. What was it like, man, working with DMX?
So look, right? So long story short, I was asked to audition for the movie because of my lifestyle at the time. You know what I'm saying? So casting director came up to me and was like, "Yo, I'm not trying to say X, Y, and Z, but you fit one of these characters in the movie." So when I read the script, I was just like, "This ain't acting. This is easy right here." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
According to how I was moving back in the days.
Right.
So I was like, I could get paid to do this? Are you serious? So, I had auditioned for it and I'm actually booked one of the roles on it. So, I had the pleasure of, playing like my co-star was Stan Spit. Salute to
Hmm.
my brother, good dude. He rapping, he doing his thing. We the zone, so salute to him. Um, then DMX. So at the time, I was looking at these two dudes and I was like, damn, these niggas might be big in the rap scene. Nobody don't know who I am.
Right.
So, I always tell a story like when people be like, they come up to me, they start stuttering. Like, yo, son, I seen how shit you was. Nigga, but
Bodied him right there. Yeah.
listen, but people don't understand. I set that up myself because I says, well, everybody gonna know who they are. So what
Hmm.
could I do to make people remember me?
Right.
You know, what could I do to stand out? So, you know, when the camera started rolling, I just started, going into son, don't front. I seen
Yeah.
how chic you were. So it's funny, like my choice of how I wanted to display the character is what people remembered me and drew them into my scene because I'm like, this movie is gonna be big, and I just wanted my scene to be one of the biggest scenes in the movie.
And you did, man. You accomplished that. You definitely got an iconic scene, man. I want to run it real quick so everybody can really know exactly who you are and what the scene we talking about. Here we go. Check this out, y'all.
Yo, chill. Yo, that nigga Just, that nigga's fucking crazy, yo.
Yo, you should have seen him. He dissed their whole clique.
Now, if that was me, I would have bodied you niggas as soon as they said something.
Oh, fuck is you talking about? You was right there and didn't say shit. Surprised you had nuts to pull that piece of shit now you got, nigga.
Fuck you,
Ah.
nigga. Yo, if it wasn't me, I'm Brooklyn Castle to push your wig back, nigga. Yeah, alright. Son, don't even try to front. Yo, I seen how shook you was when them niggas showed up. You know what I mean? You was praying shit didn't happen. I seen you after we left. You was ready to cry like a bitch. Uh-huh. You think I ain't see that, though? Yo, when them niggas pulled out, son looked mad hurt. You know what I mean? Yo, don't front. But you don't want to show your bitch ass car in front of Buns
For
and
the
shit.
buns and shit.
Fuck it. Just keep it real.
Yo, I know you're not gonna let this nigga talk to you like that, man. What's going on, man?
Nah, bitch nigga ain't no bitch in me.
Fuck I'm talking about, nigga. What? Some real shit now, what?
Chills, man. That bitch is chill, man. That niggas fuck around and make a mistake.
Ain't no mistakes, man. This motherfuckers just talk too much. I had to shut them the fuck up.
Yo, I mean,
Man, classic.
man, it hurt. Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes, man. From definitely
Man, it's been a while.
yeah, it's been a minute. I
It's
knew
been a
Stu, man.
while since I've seen that.
You had to watch
It's
that
been a
again,
while
man.
since I've seen that,
Yeah,
man. I ain't
bro.
gonna lie, it's been a
Shout
while.
shout out Cliff
I would,
Woodbury, one of the greatest
you know what?
films, yo.
I just want to say, in that movie, the camera angles in that movie, the way it was shot, was
Yeah,
like
that
the
was good.
dopest thing I had ever
Hype
seen at the time.
Williams.
Yo, I
Yeah.
Yeah,
just have,
he had some dope angles.
yo, I just happened to yo, when you actually doing a scene, you don't realize,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the behind the scenes stuff,
Yeah.
that helps to enhance the moments and capture
Mm,
the visuals with the table, spinning around
mm.
and it just was like and then the dialogue and the back and forth, like it just listen, Hype is incredible, man. Hype Williams, man. And it's sad that he didn't get a chance to do the movie the way he wanted to do it. Like people don't understand. Belly wasn't a full script. The version that we seen, like there was ill scene. That scene that we actually talking about was an actual real scene in the movie, bro.
Get out.
Just imagine that happened on Jones Beach with a whole bunch of people and the gunfight started. It was another movie theater joint. Like even with the dude that ex killed in Jamaica,
Uh-huh.
that was like another Scarface mansion.
Right.
Like the scene was crazy. If Hype would have got the opportunity to shoot it the way he wanted to shoot it, man, I don't think there would have been, and this is I can say this with confidence. I don't think there would have ever been another movie that came close to being as gangster as Belly.
Oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bro,
Mm-hmm.
look at this. One of the most visually stunning movies, period. Like, look at the use of color. You know what I'm saying? The use
Visuals.
of camera angles, color, lighting. You know what I mean? Uh, focus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
amazing. Like camera work, man. It's just one of the illest movies,
Yeah, the
man. I
camera work
just
was
love.
ill, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm
The
saying? It's
the
like,
the angles, like the one angle I loved the most was when they was at the pool table and they shot like the way they shot it. You had Nas and DMX, they was at the pool table. That to me, that
Yep.
was the illest. That was the illest
mm-hmm.
shot of the whole movie to me. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
like, man,
Oh, this
and
cat.
like yeah, and the lighting, everything, just like you said, it was dope.
Yo, if you,
Yeah,
if you if you notice in the movie, right, you see some people is shiny at times. So
right.
they put baby oil on us because
Yeah.
Hype, if you remember Hype, he was gonna make
Mm.
all of the characters glow like futuristic.
Mm.
So Belly
Okay.
was
Mm.
supposed to be like a futuristic type of thug movie, and he wasn't able to capture it the way he wanted to due to conflicts with the production and stuff like that. But if he would have got a chance to just do what he wanted to do, man, I'm telling you, that'd have been like the best movie ever, man.
I'm
Seriously.
surprised. I'm surprised to hear you say that because I felt like he did get to do what he wanted to do. Like he made that movie his own. But I'm surprised to know that it would have been more.
No, he
Because
had to go. He had to go back and get more money to shoot some scenes that he wasn't able to shoot from the original budget.
Yeah,
oh,
I
And
heard
people
okay.
that.
don't
So
know
Yeah,
that,
budget wise, he couldn't do what he wanted.
yeah,
right? You know.
yeah. I heard
Mhm.
that. I heard that in an interview years later, like years
Mhm.
later. I heard that in an interview.
Yeah.
Let,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Mr. J. Um, with all the people that you have worked with, you know what I'm saying? Like we talking about Belly right now, like with all the people that you've worked with, but whether behind the scenes, in front or behind the camera, what's one thing that you have kept with you because you also are your own movie producer, I know co-produce or producer, also actor. What's one thing that you can say that you've kept with you in here and in here that you've learned from everybody that you work with off of that set to start doing your own thing?
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I just learned in general, right? And my thing was I always looked at the actors and what they stand for, not only on the screen but behind the scene. You understand? And I like actors to keep their integrity intact. So, like a Denzel, is somebody to me that's never really sold his soul, you know. And even though Denzel has done multiple movies, you always see Denzel.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that. Like, it's different type of actors, you know. Like for me, and it's not this not to discredit anybody that their views on how they view acting and stuff like that. But for me, I try to do things that I could relate to. So when I'm doing these things, the audience will believe that that's me.
Hmm.
So, you know, say for instance, maybe a gay role or something. I don't know what it is to be gay, you know, and a lot of people might, you know, give me flack behind it, but how could I convince a gay man that I'm gay when I can't identify with it?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So
Yes, sir.
I tip my hat to those that can do it,
Hmm.
but for me, I always try to stay true to myself, you know, and what I believe in. You know, like one group of production crew one day was like, yo, you know, I want you to play this role, but I want you to rape a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And I said, yo, dude, I can't do that. I got
mm,
sons.
right.
I
Hmm.
said, I says
Right.
that goes against all my morals as a man, but it's acting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not acting to me. You understand?
People watch it, they watching it, they seeing it portrayed like, yeah, it's acting, but you still giving that message.
Right. You know, and I can't endorse that because I got sons. You
Right.
know, at least my sons know, like, you know, they hear these stories about their pops or whatever. You know, they know that, you know, I'm on here acting and doing that thing. It's cool, you know, but I still have to have some kind of morals to what my beliefs are, you know what I'm saying? And what I look like to my wife, you know,
Cool.
turning around and she's seeing me do that on the screen. And you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I
Right.
setting for, you know, for my daughter, you know what I'm saying? And you know, things of that nature. Like I have to keep them at a high value.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good answer
Definitely
to a great
resonate
question.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, Sada. So Sada, like real quick, what is your
Mhm.
what's your input on that?
I definitely agree with that. For context, I'm working to be an actress myself, and I definitely resonate with what you said because it's hard. It's hard to, you want to not want to, but you have a role that's challenging, and it'll make you step outside of yourself. But it's also like I want to retain my soul. I want to retain my morals, and I don't want to do certain things or be a certain kind of person even though it's just acting. But it's not. If I look back at that and I'm disappointed in myself, and it's just I don't want to do it. So I definitely resonate with what you said, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
keep that with me as well.
And listen, every check ain't a good check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? It's just that's what we gotta learn in life. And this
that's
is
big.
why I throughout the years have bounced in the industry and bounced back out
Hmm.
because if my soul can't identify with what's going on at that time, I got to get out of it because I don't want to be sucked in and consumed for the fame, you
Hmm.
know,
Mm.
over my morals and, you know, my dignity at the end of the day. So, you know, a lot of times I'll be like, I ain't doing this no more. You know, I'm living my regular life.
Yeah.
And then another opportunity will come. And I always say, like, the father gives me these signs because I be like, I'm not doing it. My kids is gonna do it. Let them do it. You know, let me guide them. And then the father say, Nah, I'm not ready. I'm not finished with you yet.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they keep calling me. I don't go out for auditions no more. You know, everything I do is if people reach out to me and I like it, then I'll say, yo, listen, I love working with independent people. You
Yeah.
understand? Because a lot of times these people that are up and coming, they need an opportunity to work with somebody, you
Yeah.
know, to get to the next level. So for me, I use whatever influences that I have to help keep bringing up my people and bringing up the younger generation. So I don't care to work with the Steven Spielbergs and you know what I'm saying, all of them, because I see so many of us that are talented and I want to help them get to it. So I can say, yo, you know what? I seen when he started and I worked with that dude.
Right.
I want to work with the next Tyler Perry. I want to work with the next Spike Lee. You know, I
See,
don't want to work with them.
that was my next question. You seem to prefer to do indie films, and that's why I was going to ask you, what is it about indie films that gravitates you or draws you into it? But that's
Because
like, yeah,
it's about giving the underdogs an opportunity, you know, without
right.
them having to sell their souls to get something done. You know, the problem is we always want something for something. You know, we're not willing to give to help other people out.
Mm,
That's not what my soul is. You know, I think every day that I'm here is a blessing. So, like with you guys, you know, y'all guys is starting out or whatever. Who am
right.
I to say no? I can't go on your show. You understand? Like
Yeah.
Right.
that's not me because y'all might be the next big thing tomorrow.
Mm, I appreciate
You
that.
know, nah,
Yeah.
I'm serious, bro. You
Word.
know, and who am I to say? Who am I to say what y'all are today? You know, that's not my calling. That's not my place. So I love working with people that are trying to do something different and something positive and be productive with themselves.
That's big.
Yes, sir.
That's
I
big.
feel well, yeah. I feel like we big already. I ain't gonna even lie. I feel like we.
Y'all are.
I mean, that's how I feel. I don't know about the rest of them, but I feel like we like on that level of Oprah. That's how I feel. That's how I
Yo,
get
listen,
down. But
if you
I,
don't feel like Kanye West, you're in the wrong business, bro.
Facts.
oh,
You
then
watch
I'm
Kanye
doing
West
good then.
documentary, right? Yo,
Right.
Yeah.
even when he was in that room, he's like, I'm going in the office to play this for such and such.
Word.
And they curved him. You seen the look on his face? He
Mm-hmm.
can't say, yo,
Yeah.
they don't even get it. I'm the next big thing.
Right.
So if you
They
don't
do.
believe you're the next big thing, how somebody else gonna believe in you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
I know my
Mm.
work,
Yeah. I believe it every day, man. I believe we are the next big thing. Matter of fact, we
right?
are. We are the next big thing right now. That's how I feel. I feel like that. Like seriously, I'm not even. I ain't toot my own horn or being arrogant, but that's just how I feel. I feel like that
That's how
very
we
day.
supposed to
That's
be.
how I feel. That's how I
Yeah,
Yeah.
feel.
man.
But
That's how we
quick
supposed to be.
question, Jay. Quick question, Jay. I know the chat wants to know. Everybody's just dying to know the answer to this question from you. Um.
Oh, yeah, I know where we going.
Oh, yep.
Whoa,
Here we go. Here
whoa.
we
Wait a
go.
minute. This is an important question.
Mhm.
The AA awards.
Oh, okay. Oh,
What's your take on that? What's your take
I thought you was going somewhere else. We'll get
Yeah.
there though, I'm sure. But
on
Why y'all want me to ruffle feathers, man?
I mean,
that? Well, everybody has an opinion, and
Let,
we
let me
just want
let
to
me
know
ask
what
you
you
a
think.
question. Let me ask you a question. If Mike Tyson was standing up there, would he have done it? You answer that for me.
hey, we say it all the
Hell
time. If
nah.
that was The Rock, you know what I'm saying, Will would
Nah,
have
he
been
wouldn't
like,
have did
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. She balled
Nah,
as
Let me
fuck.
Mike. Mike would have
let,
bent
I
him
don't
up
look.
there.
Look, we gonna keep this short-winded with this conversation because
Yeah,
obviously they've accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. You understand? Now, look, anybody that really knows acting, you know what I'm saying? And this is just my opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is Jay
right.
Parris' opinion.
That's what we
Nobody don't
want.
have to agree with me. I believe it was staged, and that's my beliefs
Hmm.
because there's no way in hell dude is gonna walk up. Yo, the dude is leaning into the smack, dude.
It seemed
Wait,
mad foolish to Will.
wait, wait.
Yeah, he
But
was. He
people
was leaning
don't realize how
in
great of
body
an
language.
actor Will Smith is. Wait,
Yeah.
right?
Right,
So
right,
then after he smacks him, right? He turns around, he messes with his belt, and he starts strutting with a little smirk on his face. You just smack somebody, and you don't know if the dude is gonna jump on your back or nothing, and you just
right.
walk off.
Facts.
I don't care who it
True.
is. And yo,
Nah,
Chris Rock ain't make an advance or nothing. And did he even make a joke out of it after the fact? Yo, he just smacked the shit out of me. Yo, what kind of
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
dude?
That's all he said. Yeah, that's all he
yeah, man.
said.
And then if you notice who Will Smith is, he could get in and out of his emotions so quick with it, right?
Hmm.
Now first he was just laughing at the joke. Then you
Yep.
get mad, you smack him. Then now you go sit back down. Keep my name out your fucking mouth, like you dramatic. And then he can make
Then he,
himself cry on
then he crying after. Yeah. Then he crying accepting the award.
Come on. But see
Oh,
what people don't understand, right? Listen, you got people in the Ukraine that are dying every day,
Mhm.
right?
right,
That's the biggest thing in the headlines.
right.
This thing that they created right here will
It's
be
a
talked
distraction.
about for the rest of our lives,
Yep.
whether
Mm-hmm.
it's good publicity or whether it's bad publicity.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Dude, ticket sales don't shut up. Now you got all the people with alopecia want to attack. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
remember, some people to me, and it's no disrespect to anybody else. And Will, if you did do it and it was real, you defended your wife, your honor, you got my
Mm-hmm.
blessing.
Right.
But if y'all didn't do it, y'all one hell of an act. You
I'm
understand what
saying.
I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave it
Perfect.
as that, bro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And everybody take what they
Mhm.
want to take.
Mm-mm.
Yep. It was
He might
mad
not
believe.
hire me for a movie or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I might be
Perfect.
blackballed.
Nah, you're not
Perfect.
saying nothing wrong. You're not saying nothing wrong. You just, just telling it like you see it. That's it. And
Perfect segue. Perfect segue right here.
boom.
Oh.
Actor, actor, co or producer or co-producer or appeared in When Will I Be Loved, Equal Standard, 2050, Crime Partners, Living with No Regrets, Hard Rock, Steps, Ice Grill, Zoo the Movie, Fugazi, Little Man, Taking Control, the Dominic Cummings story, and you also appeared in Law and Order. Reason why I
Yep.
call those out is um, for one, that I appreciate that like I see the work because like lots of people like me in Alabama, when I see you in Belly, it's like I still remember you because of that iconic role that you played, but I didn't know that you did all this. So
Mm.
once I've done the research, I would like to ask you after calling those out, what is your recipe for choosing a script?
First of all, I gotta read it and I gotta be able to identify with it, and then I look at the people that are attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when producers or directors reach out to me, and I like to hear their story, you know, like where they came from, what they trying to do, what their visions are, and when we come and we identify that, then I'll choose and I say, yo, you know what? Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help you. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, whether I do another acting job or not, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to, like I said, I want to take the positive energy that I've been doing
Mm-hmm.
and build on it and give other people the opportunity that wasn't given to me. You know, like I people don't understand. I don't know what it is to be a non-union actor, or stuff like that. I don't know what it is to have to go to thousands and thousands of auditions. I got an
Mm.
agent right away. You know what? It's funny because for me, right, how I started booking things was I was always nonchalant about it. I never struggled as an actor. So I respect anybody that has struggled and have took it and gone. I'm not one of those type of people. you know so
Mm.
when I look at it, I look at people and I say, well, what are you trying to do? Where are you trying to go? And I'll even turn around and say, listen, I hope you get other actors, you know, just so you
Mm-hmm.
can make your vision come true. But you got to stay true to you.
Right.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir. You're good.
Yeah, man. Yo, I went to film school and all of that. Like when I was in high school and in college, and I wanted to be a director and all of that. Like you've been on the screen and behind the scenes. What like what do you like more, acting or being behind the scenes, and what do you like more about it?
Yo, you know what's so funny about that, right? And I just did and salute my guy Jason. He got a film coming out called Dime to a Dollar out of Dayton, Ohio. Love the dude, love his energy, love his ambition and everything. And I noticed that when I go on sets, I want it to be so right that I don't mind helping. You understand, like young directors pursue their dream or making a film is the best that it can be. So
Right.
I'll jump behind and say that, yo, we need to do this or you need to do it like that. And I don't be meaning to intrude on, what they're doing,
Mhm.
but it's like once I believe in you, I give you 100%. So I'm gonna give you 100% on and off the screen
Mm,
because I want it to be successful.
right. Right. And
So to answer your question, I like directing and producing, but it's something about like my recent work of just taking it more serious because I was never a person that took nothing serious. I think Belly I took serious because it was my first project, right?
right.
Then
Right.
everything else I just did it just to do it. You know, when
Mm,
I did Law and Order, I took it serious. When I did Third Watch, I took it serious. But then when it was other projects, I was like, all right, you know, I'm just doing it. But now recently, like a lot of the stuff that I started doing lately, you can see the growth. So I'm
right.
starting to develop another love for the acting aspect of it all now.
Mm,
Again,
Mhm.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You so a dime to a dollar you just mentioned with Renee Gersi, is he in this?
yeah, yeah.
All right.
He's from Money and Violence. He played Miz,
Right.
right? And then
Trey
Chan-
Chaney.
Trey Chaney. Yes, he
Yeah,
played on The Wire.
yeah, he was Poot on the
Dope,
wire.
dope,
Mm-hmm.
dope. And then
Yeah.
another girl named Diamond from Crime
Diamond.
Mob.
Crime Mob. Right, right.
Yeah. And then
Oh.
Jason actually acted in it too. Yo, dope souls, man. I just want to. I hope this film just be everything they wanted and more. An
Mm-hmm.
independent director out of Dayton, Ohio, reached out to me, told me his story, and he wanted me to do his film that's coming out before this one, a dime to a dollar. But because of my schedule, I couldn't do it. But I told him, I said, yo, listen, I can't do this film that you want me to do, but if you got another one, reach back out to me and I'm gonna make it work. He came back to me. He said, yo, Paris, I got another one. What's up? I said, yo, don't even worry about it. I'm a man of my word. Let's make it happen.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And that's
That's
powerful.
what's
That's
That's
up.
real
powerful.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real powerful.
Yo,
That's
Sada,
real
you
powerful.
as an up and coming actress, you have any question you want to ask?
Gosh, I mean,
I'm sure you got a bunch of stuff.
um,
Ask
hold
away.
on now. I'm trying to. I mean, has there been a character that really stuck with you, like the work that you put in with that character and everything? Is there one that kind of stuck with you?
Well, you know it's crazy, right? Is I'm always gonna say Belly because that was my baby. You know what I'm saying? That was the
Mhm.
one that I said, yo, listen, if the world gonna know who I am, it's gonna be from this right here. You know, so me creating the stuttering and and just seeing how the world received it. And then when people walk up to me and he'd be like, yo, so I seen how shit, you know what I'm saying? It just the energy, it brings me right back to it. So people start. It's funny. I'm driving today, right? Usually I got my hood on, you know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was in my truck, right? So I'm driving, and my windows cracked, and the dude driving like one of those what they call those buses that trap they like uh they transport older people or people with medical stuff. So the guy
Oh, I
looking
know what you're
at me,
talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
MCATs.
he's looking at
MCATs.
me, he's laughing. I did Belly over 20 something years ago. You know what I'm saying? My face, I'm all fat and everything. So the dude looking at me and he goes, yo, he's like, nice car. So I said, thank. Then he said, yo, you look mad familiar. He's like, yo, did you act in Belly? And then he just put this big smile on his face. And I just said, yo, I was like, that's the father, man, because so many years later, and he got the side profile. And for
Yeah.
him to take time out, and he happy. He was like, yo, it just makes me feel like, yo, you know what? I'm still doing good in the world. And that's what matters the most.
Wow, that's
Word,
powerful,
word.
man.
Wonderful.
Hey,
Shout out
quick
Octavia
question.
Alexander.
Hey, quick question, man. If you could play a Marvel character or a superhero in any movie, a Marvel or a DC character, who would it be and why?
Wow. That's a
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See,
good one,
we ask the
man.
tough we ask the tough questions here. We get down with
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah,
Yo, let me tell you something. I love Wolverine, man.
Yeah.
that's my guy.
Yo, since I was
That's
a
my
kid,
guy.
X-Men.
Yeah. X-Men's
Yo,
dope. Oh,
yeah. If I had to grow the big beard and I don't know if I can grow the hair, man, you know what I'm saying?
Don't worry, we got weaves for that. We can make it. We
A
make that
black
work. Don't worry
Wolverine?
about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Black
He's right.
Wolverine.
That's all
Woo!
Wolverine comics.
Yeah, man. Logan, man, all the way, bro.
Oh, that
Okay,
would be dope.
okay. And DC,
Hmm.
who would you want to play in D? If Warner Brothers come up to you, Jay Parris, we need you to play a superhero. Who you want to do? DC.
Batman.
No, they got a black Batman now.
But I would want to play
Yeah,
Batman. I think
yeah.
it's
We
more
got a
than one.
black
Look,
Batman. We got a black
listen,
Batman.
listen. But wait. It's more than one Batman though.
That's
Right?
right.
So
Oh
why
yeah.
can't be two black men playing Batman?
It can. Damn right.
Actually, in the DC universe, it is. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it is.
It
In the
is.
comics,
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, there
I
it
is.
love
is. Yeah.
Batman. The Dark Knight. You know what I'm
That's my
saying?
two favorite characters, Batman and Wolverine, straight
I'm
up.
telling you, man. That's a fact.
Okay. Why Batman? Why Batman?
Ah.
Because I'm gonna tell you why right now. When I was younger, right, I had a real dark side to me. I never
Mhm.
talked. My energy was just dark. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Yep.
I would come around people, it's like my energy, it demanded so much presence. You understand that people would be like, I gotta get away from him. You understand? So when I look at Batman and I look at the darkness and he's like airy, like you just don't know how to receive him. And it's that fear that he puts in, the criminals.
Mm-hmm.
And I could identify with that a lot because as a kid, I was not a friendly person at all.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Um,
And
I got a
what about
question. Oh,
Wolverine?
I'm sorry.
Why Wolverine? Because that's interesting. A lot of people like Wolverine, but they all got their different reasons. But why Wolverine?
Oh, okay. So Wolverine, right? You got to remember, he's another kind of like angry character,
Mm-hmm.
but he's strong and he demands his presence. So one thing, like my father always instilled in me, right? There's two kind of people in the world. It's the predator and the prey. Which one are you? So I
Right.
always gravitated towards the predator,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and always being an aggressor in everything I do in life. So even like it's funny because I'm gonna tell you this story real quick. So my cousin, right? It's my younger cousin. I used to be the oldest. I'm the oldest, like grandchild. So I used to always make sure that all my little cousins, I'm the smallest one. Always used to make sure all of them was tough. I was like, if y'all could get past me, y'all can survive Vietnam.
Yeah.
You know. So even as older, my cousin, I'm like the littlest one, and they all big. But when I talk, everybody be like, "Damn, why he talk so aggressive?" And I don't even realize it. But when I love somebody, you feel it. You feel the
Mm-hmm.
energy, and it doesn't. It's not like I'm trying to. How can I say it? It's not like I'm trying to chump you or anything. But I love hard, so
Mhm.
everything I do is with passion. So when
Yep.
people don't that on the outside looking at the way I deal with my peers and my relatives and stuff, they be like, "Damn, why that nigga talking to you like that? You big as hell, he mad little." But it's because of they don't understand the dynamics of my relationship and the type of person I am.
We have a lot in common, man. What's your sign, man? You Gemini?
Nah, I'm an
Uh,
Aquarius, dude.
okay, okay. Yo,
Oh.
we got a couple
Wherever.
questions. Couple of questions.
That explains it.
X11 Bravo. He said, "This is awesome. Thanks for doing this, everyone. It's an honor to have Jay speaking to our community." Jay, question: we've all heard the upsides to fame and notoriety. What are the personal downsides?
The downsides to me, right? And this is what I don't like about the business is that people are not real.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I've been saying. Like people want to create a facade. Like everything that you see here is who I am. You understand? Like
Right.
if, like I'll bring my car to set, and people are like, "Yo, could we use your car?" Absolutely.
Mm.
You understand? Anything that I have, I am, and if I'm a part of something, I don't mind giving it. What I don't like is the people that's fronting and they're not real and they're jaded,
Right.
or I'll give you an example real quick, right? I was on the set, I'm not gonna call nobody's name. So there's it's a lot of young and up and coming actors, right? So I'll come on set and I'll be like, "Yo, y'all want to run lines?" but other people wouldn't do that with them.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
know, because my thing is, I want the people around me to feel like, damn, you know what? When I make it big, I remember what Jay did for me.
Yep.
I got to run lines with somebody, and we got to give each other tips before we went on screen. That doesn't happen, you
Right.
know. So it's like you got the newcomers, and then the veterans. They're separate,
Mm-hmm.
and they're on the same project. But for what?
Right.
We all
Why?
want. I could teach somebody something just as well as they could teach me something. And why wouldn't I want somebody in the team to do their best? It's only going
Right.
to make the team better.
Right.
So I don't like the separation aspect of it all. But that comes from the beginning with SAG members and non-SAG members. And, you know,
Mm,
SAG members get the good food, non-SAG get a bag of potato chips and water.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yo,
know?
I mean, so another question from my man Chris, aka Masher. He worked in the film industry sometime. He an EMT though, but he worked in some films. But he said, "What's your favorite memory with DMX?" He was just telling me the other night when he was hanging out with DMX. He was an awesome dude.
Yo. So this is hilarious. So now you know when DMX first did it, it was like the beginning of his career. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He
Right.
hasn't exploded into who he was later on.
Mm-hmm.
So when he comes into the room, he's like me. He's a dominant person. His presence has to be felt. You know, me, I'll be in a room,
Humble.
I won't say nothing, but I'm very observant and I'm watching everything. So with DMX, I remember we was doing the remember the scene at the end where he actually they were supposed to kill him at the end of the movie when he was going after the Farrakhan, after he was going after the
Right.
minister.
Right.
So
Right.
Mhm.
when we was up on like 170 something street or 68th street and like Broadway, and it was a slew of people outside, and this dude goes out the window and hangs and starts barking. "Arr, arr." Yo, it starts, yo, and if he would have fell, there was a spike gates that was right below the window. But he was so crazy, like we was just looking at him like, yo, dude, like, what's wrong with you? But
Word.
he was an awesome soul. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody have their demons, but man, yo, X was he was an amazing person, man. And you can learn a lot from him, you know what I'm saying, just by being around him and being in his presence. So just
Right.
salute that dude. And you know, he was going too soon.
Mhm.
Fact. Yeah, man. So yeah. Speaking of, I mean, I know you did a lot of scenes with DMX, but did you get the vibe with Nas at all? Was any Nas stories? That's one of our favorites.
Nah, nah. Nas is he's to himself, you
He
know.
seemed like a quiet, introverted.
Yeah,
Virgo.
he's to himself. He what I perceive from the thing is he deals with his circle and he keeps himself in his circle,
Right,
you know.
right.
So, you know, salute the king, you know. He's up there with Jay-Z. He's doing big numbers and
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Speaking
just
of
a
Jay
different
Z,
person.
yeah. Speaking of Jay Z,
Here we
um,
go.
Here we go.
whoa,
Here we go.
whoa, whoa, wait, whoa, y'all, I wasn't even
Come
gonna
on,
ask
Stu.
that question, but since y'all
Come
brought it
on.
up,
Come on.
I mean,
Come
we
on.
might as
Come
well
on.
ask.
Since
Y'all
we
brought
brought
it
it
up,
up,
Just
so
just
I gotta
just
let.
get it
Yeah,
over
y'all
with.
brought it
Get it
up,
over
so I
with.
gotta let it be broke. The Jay Z the Black Album. What's your thoughts on that album? I
he
mean,
asked everybody because he said
I
he
mean, we
gets
know you
flack.
listen to hip hop,
We
and it seemed
we
like
had a
you
big
like quality hip hop. Like you a quality hip hop type of person. It just emanates from your body. Like I like quality hip hop, and we just
No,
wanna, we
yo,
just wanna know
listen,
your thoughts on the album.
listen to me, bro. Right now, you talking to a person that's biased, and the reason why is first off, I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So I think Brooklyn is the greatest place on the planet. I think everything that comes out of Brooklyn is great. You know, so, you know, just excuse
I
me
mean,
for
but
my
has there
bias.
ever Has there
But
ever
look,
been anything just come out of Brooklyn that you was like, you know what, man, I might have to just put that under the rug and move on to like
Green
old
20.
dirty bastards return to
the way
36 chambers or something like
the,
that, you know.
the way Spike Lee walked.
Oh, the pigeon toe, the way he had the pigeon toe.
Couldn't stand him, yeah. But look, nah, back to Jay-Z, right? Let me tell you something. What people don't understand is that he tells stories throughout his life.
Yeah.
So the thing what people don't understand is that he evolved with
Yep.
everything that he's done.
Yep.
So people want him to be, yo, the streets is watching Jay-Z, or you know what I'm saying? Or you
Reasonable
know,
doubt.
reasonable doubt Jay-Z, but they don't understand that Jay-Z is one of those artists that evolved as the time evolved. But he evolved so big that he started evolving past people.
Past people.
So
Yeah,
when
I
he
thought
started
he
telling
another
people
type
like,
of
yo,
person.
right. So he started telling people like, yo, we got to start owning this and you got to start buying pictures and shit like that. People like, I don't want to hear that shit. I can't afford no picture. You
Right.
understand? But what happens is he's showing you his life journeys through his music. So for somebody like me, I'm always gonna appreciate everything that he does because it's a different time in his life and it's a different story that he's trying to convey across to the people.
Right.
So he went from the drugs to billionaire Jay-Z, but it's a whole story in between that he told that some people didn't appreciate.
Because
But
I
for
think
me, I
like
appreciate it.
I think people want to relate to it. They want to relate to it. I can't relate. I can't relate. But it's more of like an inspirational thing. Like you watching somebody on the rise that you might one day know what he's talking about. You see what I'm saying? You might know about the things he's breaking down to you that you might not understand now, but it's an inspiration. So I don't know. I feel like the Black Album, just for me, because Reasonable Doubt's my favorite. But I feel like the Black Album, like you say, Jay, it was like he was to a point. Like it's different. It's not Reasonable Doubt. It was a little less hardcore hip hop. You know what I mean? And I think that's Stu. I mean, I ain't gonna put words in your mouth, Stu, but I think that was your gripe with it. It wasn't hip hop.
Enough for me. No, I wasn't hip hop enough. I mean, I'm always listen. I was a big fan of the In My Lifetime albums, and when I say that, people look at me strange. They be like, "Yo, for real?" But I thought that was his best work when he did that and that Rock Family album right after that. I thought that was, to me, I thought when it came to hip hop, he really represented. I mean, I get he trying to reach another audience. And I get that. I really, really do. But at the same time,
But he
people
did
try to
reach another.
hear.
He did
Oh no,
reach
he
another
did. Oh, he
audience.
definitely did. Yeah,
You know what
he
it
definitely
is?
did.
What people don't understand is that everything ain't for everybody.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yep.
So
Hmm.
he gave everybody a chance to appreciate him on the levels that he was going up. You understand? Like me, you gotta remember when I was younger, what I listened to MOP, you know what I'm saying,
Wu
Mob Deep,
Tang.
Coogee Rap. But as my life started to change, right? I wasn't necessarily listening to that. I wanted to go into R&B. I thought I was a pretty boy. You
Right.
understand? So people couldn't appreciate it. But now, look, I started listening to Bon Jovi. I started listening, you know what I'm saying, to like different
Nirvana.
type of
Shit.
music
Yeah.
because of where I was in my life.
Mm.
And that's what Jay-Z has done. And remember, listen, Jay-Z has always reincarnated himself with whoever was on top at the time. So he
Yeah,
was
that's
able to
true.
switch his flows to adapt to the time, which a lot of
Mhm.
artists can't do.
Right.
That's true.
And
That's
that's what
100%
makes
true.
him who he is, and that's what makes him stand out. Because a lot of these artists sound like look at MOP. They just straight they sound the same from when they was kids. They ain't
Right.
trying to change. This is what they
No,
do.
What they
Growing at
do.
the spit. Love them to
nothing
death.
commercial. Nothing commercial
Right,
about him at all. Yeah,
right.
nothing.
But somebody like Jay, he just shows you levels. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes him stand out as opposed to other artists.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
respect that.
I have a question for you,
Well,
Mr.
speaking
J.
of,
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Reno.
I just was gonna talk about MOP real quick because you brought up MOP, but you did some videos with MOP.
Yes. So Lays, which is the executive producer, which been with them from day one, is
Mhm.
like my brother. You know, one day he came to me because when he see me doing movies and stuff, he always like, yo, man, yo, you got so much potential. He's like, yo, could you make my videos for MOP like a movie? And I was like, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I was like, listen, I was like, I can do whatever I'll put my mind to. So I partnered up with one of my guys that actually did videos before because I never did videos. And I told him, my man Mo Shines, salute Mo Shines, definitely dope. He worked a lot with K Slay. Um, and I came to him, I said, yo, listen, bro, I got opportunity to shoot a video. But I said, yo, listen, what I'll do is he wants me to direct it, but I'll make you a co-director as long as you make sure I'm doing the videos right.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's
Mhm.
it was me giving back to my brother that I knew do videos
right.
Right.
to keep building on his resume. And we end up turning around and doing like 7 to 8 videos behind just that one conversation. So
And
we
that's
did
giving back. That's
yeah,
giving back to the hood, to the community, to your people.
right. And to people that I know, if you say, yo, Jay, I'm good at X, Y, and Z, and something come across my table, I'm gonna remember you good at X, Y, and Z. So I'm gonna be like, yo, listen, I got an opportunity for you to make some money
Right.
because this is what you specialize in. I'm not the type to want to keep everything for myself. I just like us to grow. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it's not like something that's your lane. Like you said, you might know this somebody else's lane. A lot of people that just keep it to themselves, even though they're not going to use it or whatever. It's not going to benefit them, but they don't want to benefit others. That's that crab in the barrel mentality.
Yeah,
But
I
Mhm.
never understood that, man. When people
I
do that,
mean,
or they know about something, be like, yeah, I'm gonna show you this, but don't tell nobody.
Mhm.
I never
Yeah,
got
that's
Yep.
that,
weird.
man. Yeah, I never
So
got
so
that.
shout out to my man, Drift and the old 50 old boys. You know what I'm saying?
word.
Like
I thought Drift
they
was coming.
yeah, but it's all good. But you know what it is? Like, look, those are my guys. You know what I'm saying? When I met them, I always kept it genuine with them. When they called me, they be like, yo, Jay Parris, yo, I need you. And I say, yo, what you need me for? And because I like what they're doing, I'm always gonna support their projects and support whatever it is. So even this weekend, the 50 what is it, 5 old boys, they did a
Mhm.
video in Jersey. So I came out, I did some acting for them because I like they work. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Reek, and Drift and everybody else that's affiliated with that project. And like I said, just giving back to them because I know where they trying to go is you know is what I love to do. I love to give back, you know.
Yep, that's important, man. That's important. You you did the video with MOP, Mano, Busta Rhymes. What's it like, man? What's Busta Rhymes like? What's it like working with him? I know he.
Yo, so look, Busta Rhymes, right? So when I started doing videos, I like to have everything very organized. So I was like, we gonna call Busta Rhymes. When Busta Rhymes came on set, yo, Busta Rhymes, come on, we ready for you right now. The dude couldn't believe how well oiled the video set was, and he even told Lays later on. And then he was like, yo, they got me in there, boom, boom, boom. I was in and out. He's like, I never been on a video set like that before. But yo, dude got in
Nice.
there. We lit him right. Yo, he went in there. That video is called, in case y'all want to check it out, it's MOP feature Busta Rhymes called Broad Daylight.
Broad
Went in there,
daylight.
yo, the
Okay. Yeah,
visuals
that
was
joint
hot
hot.
on, you know. He
Mhm.
killed the verse in like 2 takes, and he was going about his business.
Yeah, that joint hot. That's from
Dope. That's
that's a
dope.
hot. I seen that
Cooks.
video. That video hot. That
And then
video
the
Yo,
other
hot. The
one is
song is hot.
MOP, the MOP in Mano. It's called Welcome to Brooklyn. You might have
I
seen it.
know.
Yep,
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
that's
seen
that's,
that.
that's some of my work. Hmm.
absolutely.
Yeah, I
Cook.
seen that.
Yeah, go ahead, Cook.
Like I said, when we was talking earlier about the bio, and you know what I'm saying, you explained that I went and looked on the Instagram page. I noticed that you have a lot of like team sports with the kids that you do. You know what I mean? And then when I was looking at the other, when I was trying to Google you, I noticed that it's a movie that you done called A Father's Pride. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So the
Yeah.
question I'm asking, I put both of them substances together, and what I want to ask you is it some of your own personal life that you used that inspired this film, or what was it? Because it seemed like this film seemed like it's more on a positive level. And I know you're about the positivity.
So there's a guy named Alonzo Heron. He's from Newark.
Yep.
Solid dude. He came to me some years back when he was trying to do his first film called Living with No Regrets. He said, "Yo, how could I get you to be a part of it?" I came on as a producer. We got him some actors, and he did his first movie. Now Alonzo is like 7 movies in.
Hmm.
So Alonzo came back to me. He put my son in his last movie that he just did. Of damn, what's the name of it? But he put my son in the last movie that he did, and then I came back and I did this movie called A Father's Pride. Now, A Father's Pride is his script, you know what I'm saying? I just acted in it, but I always try to keep supporting people that are trying to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I tip my hat to him. He told me he had a vision, he told me he had a dream, and now he's 7 movies in. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
might be more than that, but he just keep banging them out, banging them out, banging them out. And I love to see people that keep growing. So a father's pride is more about a pastor, and he has 2 sons, and he's trying to leave his legacy to his sons. You know, because he came across a illness, so he wanted to leave the church to the street to his street son, and then leave
Hmm.
the businesses to the son that was more like a church dude. So they was, it was like a clash because they thought that they was going to be reverse roles. So
Hmm.
it's just the film had a decent message, man. You had Terrell Hicks in it, it was definitely yeah, there you go. There you go. Look at
Okay.
Terrell.
Terrell
Hmm.
Okay.
Hicks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like family. That's
Terrell
that's like
Hicks.
that's like the
Terrell
home
Hicks.
team. It's like the home
Okay.
team right there.
Cool. All right. Thank you for that. All right.
Did you have a follow up, Cooks?
Oh well, might as well. Are you also are you also hands on in your post productions? Are you a lot of you know what I mean? Like when it comes to post production, is it more you or is it more you and your team?
Well, first of all, I surround myself with people that know what they're doing because, like I said, nobody knows everything. So
Hmm.
the first ingredients is making sure you have all the right people in the right positions, and that helps make me a better person, and a better producer, and a better actor and stuff like that. So I definitely have a team, and it all depends on what projects we're working on, that I'm hands on. So it all depends, yeah. I'm
Okay.
definitely I love being hands on because I like to. I'm the type of person like I'll watch a movie and I could catch if the person walked through twice, but he walked the wrong way. I see like the little bloopers and stuff like that. So I
Okay.
always look for inconsistencies in film.
Okay. You're real
Okay.
close on detail.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
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 Gotcha. Gotcha.
That's cool. Do you think that if you were offered a movie role in the movie The Django, so could you play the role of the Django or Stephen or Stephen or what was Samuel L. Jackson's character? Was it Stephen or Stephen? You think you could play either one of those roles, or would you just be like, I can't deal with all that?
I definitely wouldn't play Samuel Jackson's role.
That's the worst motherfucker. Yeah.
The house nigga. Look, and he killed it.
He did kill
Oh,
it. He did kill it.
Like,
I give him credit.
look, I
So
don't
no
even
matter
want to
what
touch.
money they paid you, you couldn't do Steven.
That's a lot of money.
I
It's a
know,
lot of
man.
money.
A lot
You
of
really
money.
Well,
But
I guess so. I guess it ain't. It ain't. It ain't like he didn't rape nobody in the movie or nothing like that.
nah
So
nah nah. He,
you
no,
know
he
what I'm
was just
saying.
snitching.
So
He was
he was
yeah he was
just he
snitching.
was just
Cause
he
when
was
you
just
when
he
you were
was
saying
grinding.
right well you was just saying like you pay attention to detail like you was like oh and that's what Steven did because Leonardo DiCaprio's character Calvin he didn't pay attention to a lot what was going on And they were
Mm-hmm.
literally just about to get over on him until Samuel was like, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" He
Yes.
was on it. Yeah, he was on it. He was, and that's why I asked you that. Could you see yourself being the Django playing that role or being Steve?
What?
Mm.
Like what traps of the what dark side traps of the industry should new up and coming actors like watch out for or avoid?
For me personally, this is what I'm gonna say, right? When you meeting people, and if they just want to hang out and go to clubs and do all this stuff, that, like, to me, if somebody's serious, they'll invite you to the office.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Not just have you running behind them and promising you something. Like,
Oh,
stay away from that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't drink, I don't smoke. There's no reason for me to be hanging out at nightclubs. When I was hanging out at nightclubs, I was going to
Right,
jail. You
right.
understand? I'm not running around with you to be part of nobody's group or to say, yeah, yo, I was hanging out with this dude and hang out. No, if people are serious about doing business, then they invite you into a business setting.
mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm.
stop, and even these women, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You got these directors, they use their influences as a thirst trap.
Mhm.
You know, so these women say, "Oh, this guy got such and such in this movie, this such and such," and then they reach out and he be like, "Yeah, yeah, look at you, yeah, okay, okay," but he lining you up. You know what I'm saying? It's a pickup. You know, he ain't
Mhm.
really gonna do nothing for you. He ain't gonna change your life. You know, so I just want people to learn to just keep their souls intact when they're trying to pursue their careers.
Right, right.
Okay.
Yeah, because like if they like, yo, we got the meeting, it's gonna be at the club or the bar. You know what I'm saying? They not really serious. Watch out for
Who
that stuff.
Yeah, who wants to go? I'm not going to no
Nah,
club to hang out with you.
talk and yell over the music. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like, and then guess what? You're in the wrong environment because there's drinking involved. Who's going to be talking about real business in them type of settings? You understand? The person that promise you anything when they're under influence or anything,
Right,
Yeah.
next day
Man,
they ain't gonna remember.
right.
man, you're so right too. Man.
But
I
somebody
guess
said,
That's true.
"What's
what's
your
your
take?"
take on New York City? I think you mean drill music. Just like the current state of hip hop, basically. Current state of hip hop,
Yo,
the
listen,
popular
listen to
music.
me. Listen to me. It is fucking up our community, and I say this respectfully. Like, it's teaching our kids wrong. It's teaching the youth wrong. Like, they're self snitching. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. You talking about who you drilling, who you gonna kill, this, that, and the third, and you got the feds and the police just watching everything y'all do, just building cases against y'all.
Mhm.
What
Yeah,
what
that's true.
what real gangster talk about the shit that they was gonna do? You heard stories about a person, but you didn't hear them do it themselves. You know what I'm saying? You ain't hear them talk about it themselves because they had people that told the stories for them. So these
That's
kids
true.
gotta learn, man. Like, it's like you going in, you want to, yo. You see people doing shootouts on camera, posting it up. They taking somebody chain, they posting it up. Like, they destroying, and like I said, listen, whoever does drill, do what you got to do, but y'all destroying yourselves.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
never would have done that back in the day.
Never,
Never
never.
would
It's
Nah,
have done nothing
cold.
like
no,
that, man.
no.
It's
Mm-mm.
It's
crazy.
cold.
You
Nah,
broadcasting? It's wild.
nah,
It's
nah,
wild.
nah,
These
nah.
kids flagging and they doing all of this. Like, we never did that, man. And like, they say you don't understand their culture. You're right. We don't understand y'all culture
At
because
all.
it doesn't make sense. Now, listen. Don't get me wrong, right? I got a 20-year-old. I got a kid that's about to be 14, and I got a 10-year-old. Right?
Yeah. I got a
I'm the type of
17-year-old, so
I got all boys,
my
so
son.
I let them get in the car and I let them take over the radio. So I'll be like, yo, let me listen to what you listening to because I like to know where my kids' minds are at.
Yeah,
You
yeah. I
Yep,
did the
understand?
same thing. Yep.
yep.
I don't want them to feel like oh, my dad is stuck in the times
Right.
because I still have to raise men.
Right.
So we'll have conversations. So I'll let them listen to some of the music. I like some of the drill. I love Little Dirk. I love
Mhm.
King Kong. You
Mhm.
understand? But you know, like the New York drill stuff, I like the kid of Fabio Foreign. You know, I like Pop Smoke. You know, like the new stuff that's going on with the Bronx, with the K Flock and the, you know them.
Mhm.
I listen to it because I know my kids like it. But I
Right.
ask my kids like, do y'all understand what's going on here?
Right.
Because I use it as a tool to teach them.
Right.
You know, so you can't shun it, you can't shun away from it because
Mhm.
it's still part of our life and it's still part of our culture. But you can use it as a tool to raise the young men to see things from a different perspective.
Right.
Big facts.
Yeah, that is big fact. Do you think
Hmm.
that? Do you think that New York has come to the point now where, like, I feel like when it comes to hip hop, and I've been just about a lot of places in this country, and I noticed that everybody has a different vibe. And when we came up, when we were listening to hip hop, we could vibe with that vibe, but we still represented East Coast hip hop. You think today
Mhm.
that New York has stopped representing East Coast hip hop, and they just want to? They were like, we used to be. Put it to you like this: New York used to be trendsetters, and now they're trend getters, and they go get the trend instead of setting the trend. Do you think that that's where we're at now, where they're not setting the trend anymore?
Well, we're definitely not setting a trend anymore. You know, that we if everything we look at, they took European beats, right? They
Mhm.
rapped on it. Yo, and at the end of the day, all of this new rap is kindergarten rap. It just
Yeah,
seems like there's a whole bunch of kids on drugs and they're just saying whatever comes to mind.
because they
There's no,
sitting at
you know,
home, they recording it on their phone, making the beat on their phone, laying it, putting it on the internet on their phone. They didn't have to shop the demo. They
it's
didn't
no
have to get
thought to it.
signed. Right.
It's no thought to it.
Yeah.
Like, look, right? There's a kid named what's his name? Busy Banks. Are y'all familiar with him?
I don't know. I
I'm
don't
He's
know
not.
that.
from Brooklyn.
Mm-mm.
Busy Banks,
But
Busy
he's the
Banks.
but when he was, I think it's Busy Banks, right? And I like to listen to like a lot of the independent artists. But he has this thing, he always was like, right? And then he'd rap and
Mhm.
then he'd be like, and then
Yeah,
he'd
yeah.
rap again and he'd be like. And then I turn around and then you got five Bronx rappers like
Mhm.
like like when we was coming up, right?
It's
You
no
had Fab,
originality.
right? What was Fab favorite thing? Let me see. Let me
Da-da-da-da-da.
see. Yeah.
Da da da
Da-da-da-da-da.
da da da.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da.
All
Oh,
right,
he'll
what's
spell his
Jada?
name F.A. Beat it.
What's
Jada would
Jada?
be the laugh. He
Aha.
do
You
the laugh.
Laugh.
you understand? What's Jay-Z?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or the
So
diamond. Or the diamond. Yeah, he throw the diamond up. Yeah.
what I'm saying is that artists of our time were more creative
And they
and
kept it
keeping
original.
it,
They didn't copy someone else.
yeah, but they kept
Right. That
they
was
kept
almost
they
unheard of.
right. They kept they kept their identity intact. So
Right.
like if somebody was backstage and he'd be like, you understand what I'm saying? He'd be like,
Yeah.
you already know who was coming to the stage.
Yeah.
Right.
Now
Right.
you don't get that anymore. You understand what I'm saying? And you
Right.
don't get that because these artists are copying each other. But I blame the record labels too because if it don't sound like everybody else, they're not getting a deal. They're not
Yep.
looking for the next creative person. They're
No,
Right.
looking
not
for
at all.
the person that sounds like the
It
person
sounds
that's
like just gonna make them some money.
Mm.
Yeah. Like if you don't, I tell Reno, me and Reno talk about it a lot, and I said, Reno, if you don't rap like Baby, sound like, I mean, look like Future
Look like
and
Lil
rap like
Wayne, rap
Baby,
like
you know what I
Future.
mean?
Yeah.
You really at a disadvantage. And I
Well,
really
like,
feel that New York, like I feel that the East Coast has enough power now, even back then, but still has it now to where they could say, look, this is what we doing, this is how we doing it, and be successful with it. But I think that they're so afraid to go independent and just do their own thing that they just go with the trend instead of just
and
saying,
but you
look,
gotta remember you got to remember it's the masses. You understand what I'm saying? And for
Right.
years, because New York has been on top, and we look down on everybody else. You understand? So
Mhm.
now you got the South, you got the West. They're on top. They're
Yeah.
like F New York, F
Right.
y'all sound, because now we don't need y'all. You
Mhm.
understand? So when you looking at it from that perspective, right? That everybody loses their creativity. A lot. You know what I call this music now? I call this music drug music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It
all
really
about
Think
is.
being
about
high.
it,
We was drug
because
dealers. They drug users.
right, look at it like this, right? If the average person is high, do he want to listen to music where he has to think,
Right.
No,
or do he
no,
want to
not at
listen to
all.
stuff that it's just he ain't got to think
It's
and
a
it's
vibe.
alphabet? You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
Yep.
Like nobody wants their brain. Like when you high, you like you numb.
Yo,
You
yeah,
don't want to
calm
hear
down
nothing
with all that.
complicated.
Yeah. Right.
Imagine you being high.
That's true.
Imagine you being high
Yeah.
and listening to Busta Rhymes. You'd be like, yo, that shit, I can't. It's just make your brain overload.
This is overload, right?
Yeah, I blame social media somewhat and the internet because before it melded everybody together, we had regions. Like you had the New York style, the East Coast style. You had the South had their
Right.
style,
And
West
we
Coast
listen
had
to
their
it
style.
all. Right. We listen to it
Yeah,
all.
but it was but everyone had their very distinct sound. That
Yeah.
was their sound. But then when the social media and the internet mixed everybody together, where now I'm in New York, but I'm hanging with cats in Chicago and LA. Like I'm in LA, but I'm hanging with cats in Florida because we online, we all together. So it just sort of melted everybody together where before you had regions. So it like we have our style, we do our thing, and when we put it out, then you all hear it. But right now, if everyone's hearing the same thing, saying the same thing, talking the same thing, it just becomes this big melting pot. And so the sound is very it's like everyone has the same sound. Everybody using the same kind of beats and like you said, even using the same kind of ad libs, bro. Like that's wild to me. Like
I
there's
tell my
no
son, I say, yo, K Flock and Shy EK. How do you know the difference? They all yell rapping like I was like, yo, Jace. I was like, yo, come on, man. You gotta give me, help me understand your
you know what I
side of your.
mean?
He's like, they sound different. I said, no, they don't.
No, they don't. They
They
don't.
don't.
They don't. And
I was saying the same thing.
Jay, you know
My
what, Jay?
son's
I go through that
17,
with my
so
son. Yeah, I go
yeah.
through that with my son because he love Pop Smoke and he love who's the other dude? It's
But
another
see,
dude
at
he love.
least Pop
He
Smoke had
sing
his
all the
own
time.
sound.
He
Right.
had
He
a
sounded
style.
like
Pops
he
Smoke
did
had
it.
his
Yeah,
own
yeah,
sound.
Then he started
yeah.
to come to his own, like A Boogie. He came into his own. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mhm.
A Boogie
Mhm.
was the new. He was the new what's dude from Patterson, New Jersey, with the one eye.
Fetty Wap.
Fetty
Right.
Wap.
Remember when Fetty Wap was on top and he started to fall off, A Boogie took his slot
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, he
with the
did.
Same
singing
kind of
rap.
sound. Yeah.
So the kid Little TJ, like I like those guys because they have their own identity. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? In their music. So when you hear Little TJ and then you hear A Boogie, you know, you don't hear the same thing.
You know the difference. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know the
Yeah, you do
difference.
Yeah.
know the
But
difference.
these
Yeah,
new
yeah.
drill rappers, you don't know the difference. It's 1,000 of them rapping.
Hmm.
Yep.
And I
Right.
ask my son, I'll be like, what you talking about? Sugar Hill, such and such. And I'll be trying to keep up and I'll be like, yo, dude, they all sound the same. He's like, no, they
Right.
don't. I was like, yo, you're crazy. But
Bro,
And
they
when you
literally
slow it
saying the
down,
same things. They saying the same words,
and
same
to
ad lib,
me,
same accent.
yeah,
They hear it
and to
because
me, they're not
they hear
even
the
rapping. They
song,
singing.
then they turn
Yeah, to me, they
around,
singing.
they either singing or they just chanting. They just saying like a few words. I seen a guy telling another guy in the studio, he's like, yo, it's mad easy, son. All you ain't even got to rhyme. All you can just say something and then just say
yeah,
something else, and I'll
Yeah.
record it and I'll just put it together on the beat. You ain't even got to rhyme or say nothing. And I'm
right.
like, yo,
That's
what the
true.
fuck is it coming to,
Well,
man? It's
Karen Rest said it a few years back when Kanye West came out with Flashlight, and that was the biggest song that year. And he said it. He said, "Is that really hip hop?" He was like, and he started singing it. He was like, "Flash, lights." He was like, "Is that really hip hop, or is it, you know?" And he said, "Because he's
mm,
not really, ain't really." He said really more singing than rhyming going on, where
Hmm.
he just putting
yeah, it
together
became a lot.
complex verses. And he said that.
Singing.
He said. Yeah, he says just him singing. He says, so
Yeah,
can you really say that's hip hop? Like right now,
like
today, knowing what we
like
went through
like
and how we came
Jizza
up.
said he am singing. He MCing. He not MCing. He am singing.
Right. Well, it's more pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pop
I mean,
artists now. They're not rappers. You know
I
what I'm saying?
raised
Like
No.
people got
I
to
raised my
understand the difference.
son on Jay-Z, Nas, Pac, Biggie, Wu-Tang, like all the real shit that I grew up on. That's what he listened to all the way up through middle school. In high school, he started to listen to what his friends were listening to, and but I think because I raised him with the real, you know what I'm saying, and understanding the reality of it, he likes stuff that is a little bit more unique out of that stuff, like like Excellent Tasty,
Mhm.
Juice World,
Right.
and Trippy
Juice
Red,
World.
and like
Oh, my
cats that
son
got
loved
their
Juice
own
World.
vibe,
My one,
their own
yeah,
style.
my middle son loved Juice World, man. He thinks Juice World is the greatest rapper since KRS-One. He really
And
do.
then,
And
but
I
he
and I and
died.
I
He
told him,
overdosed. He overdosed on
right.
pills.
And he did.
And
And I told
all
him, I
his
said, well,
songs
son,
are about being high or
about
fuck
doing high, right? And
every
I told
song.
him, my son said, well, Dad, you don't understand. You got to be able to feel what he's saying because people be going through stuff like that for real. And I said, son, that's true, but I mean,
That ain't your
you
story.
gotta that ain't right. And music is entertainment. Like I
Right.
told him, I said I could listen to a song when they was little. I told all three of my boys when they was little. I said, listen, if I listen to a song and a guy talking about shooting somebody, it's entertainment. It's like watching a movie. They just
Hmm.
painting a visual picture for you. It's not real. So I don't take it serious. I don't listen to that and then go out in the streets and try to do it. I listen
Right.
to it. I'm entertained by it, and then I leave it alone. And I taught them that. And I said, this the same thing when you listen to whatever music you listen to, be entertained by it and then go about your business. Because that's all it is entertainment.
See, but when we were younger, right? Everything music was soulful. You understand? So we
Yeah, it
listened to
was.
music of what we were going through or what we was going through at the time. You know what I'm saying? Our experiences. So like me being in the streets, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be in an element. So I throw on a Mob Deep. I throw on a Coogee Rap. You know what I'm saying? I throw on a MOP
Right.
because that's how I felt at that
Give
time.
you that
You
vibe
know,
at the
but you had artists for everybody back then. And
moment.
you didn't have to. My son, right? It's my son Jace. So I noticed that because we listen to different music now, right? That he likes the drill music, but he told me the other day, and that's because I let him listen to things that I listen to, and he lets me listen to things that he listened to. So he said, "Yo, you know who's the best rapper right now, Jay? Dad?" He said, "Rod Wade." But the reason why he said that, no, listen,
Mhm.
I've heard that.
Okay.
listen. If
Yeah.
you listen to Rod Wade, right?
Hmm.
He kind of makes soulful music. I
Right.
like him. You
Yeah.
understand?
Mhm.
Because if I had to choose my poison out of all these other rappers,
Right.
I will choose him because even in his lyrics, right? He's not taking the same approach as a lot of these other artists are taking.
Yeah.
He's telling you, I don't care about shooting somebody and doing all that. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Right.
And but I think that all came about is because of us exchanging our music. So he found like a median which he could identify with,
Right.
you know. But
Hmm.
that's all about the meeting of the minds, you know.
So
Yep.
what do you think about rappers like Flea Lord?
Who?
Flea Lord.
Who's that?
Flea
Lee
Lord.
Who's
Lord.
that?
Never
Flea
Who's
heard
Lord.
that?
of.
I never heard of
Whoa. I'm the only person that ever heard of Flea Lord.
Yes.
I
Flea
mean,
Like,
Lord.
he from
like that's a
Flea
real
Lord.
name?
Where's he
He
from?
from
Yes.
New York. Yeah, he from New York. Yeah, Flea Lord is from New York, man.
I never
I
heard of
think
him, bro.
he Y'all never
Yeah.
heard of
Uh,
Flea Lord.
It's a
Nobody
lot
Nah,
in
of
here
them.
heard of
no.
Flea Lord. Ito? Anybody ever heard of Ito?
nah.
Ito. Ito.
No.
He from upstate. He from upstate New York.
What
Nah.
genre?
Stovepipe guy.
What type of music they do?
Stove cooks guy.
Nah.
You're losing me.
Mm-mm.
Losing me.
Wow, man. Wow. Now y'all need to
Mm-mm.
listen to some Flea Lord, man, when y'all get a chance.
All right.
You
Uh
know,
Real.
I'm gonna put that on
Stove
my
guy cooks.
playlist.
All right, Stove guy cooks. Everybody heard Stove guy cooks.
nah. I
No.
never heard.
No.
Hey, wow,
Sorry,
man.
But
Sue.
Wow.
Uh,
but listen. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna research it because I want.
Me
I like.
too.
I
What
don't
about
like not to know something.
Yeah.
What about Rock Marciano?
Now
Oh,
that's
you
Yes,
talking about
I know
wait,
about
you talking
Rock.
about boot camp click? Yeah.
No. Rock ain't down with Boot. I mean, he probably did do
he,
that, but he's
he's
from
talking
Rock
about
is
like
from New York too. Rock is from
yeah, and what's them
Rock is
cats?
from
He cool with
Benny,
busting them.
Benny
he's
the
from
He cool
Butcher,
Brooklyn.
with
I
Benny the
think
busting
Rock
them.
is
Butcher,
from Brooklyn.
Right. What?
Now Busta
Conway.
Rhymes once
He
Busta
wasn't
Rhymes
with
once
he wasn't
said
down
that
with Black Moon. It wasn't down with that whole regime. Rock.
nah, you thinking of Sean Price.
You know, he's
You thinking
thinking
of
of
Sean
Rock.
Price.
ROC.
You
He's
thinking of
thinking of
Ruck and
Rock.
Rock.
Yeah, he
ROC.
thinking of
But
Thinking
it's
of
Rock.
Ruck
two
and
of
Rock.
them though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you thinking of
They
Ruck
were
Fucking
and
they were
Rock.
Rock.
Helter Skelter, right?
Yeah, Helter Skelter.
Yeah,
Rock.
yeah, you
Yeah.
thinking of Ruck and Rock.
That's
Now
not
That's
they
who
the
you
can
cat.
rap.
talking about.
Nah, that's a
No,
different. He's
no,
not
no,
Rock
no.
Marciano, a new cat. He down with Conway and Benny the Butcher and then them cats.
Well, I
With
heard of
Shy
Benny the
Gun and them.
Butcher and Conway the Machine Gun. I think it or
Yeah,
the
Conway the
I heard
Yeah,
Machine.
them
Conway the
before.
Yeah,
Machine. Conway
they're
nasty.
dope.
Conway
I fuck with
nasty.
them. I fuck with
I
them.
like
I
Benny the
think
Butcher though.
Conway
I
the
fuck with
best one.
Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, I
He's my
like Benny. Yeah,
Yeah,
Benny.
Benny.
Benny
Yeah,
is
I
the
like
man.
Benny the Butcher.
Now Fleet Lord is from Far Rockaway. He's from Far Rockaway, Queens.
All
I'm a
right.
researcher, bro.
I mean, I could give you a list. I could give you a list of New York rappers that's
Oh.
popping,
Uh,
popping. But you know, you got because you got Fleet Lord, you got Etho, you got Rock Marciano, you got Conway, you got Etho, you got what's my man name? Always with Action Bronson.
Who?
Uh
Mayhem Loren?
Mayhem Lauren. Mayhem Lauren is super nasty. His brother
Right.
Hologram just dropped. His brother Hologram just dropped the joint with DJ Muggs. Now
Brother.
DJ Muggs is from New York. He's originally from New York, and what he does is
Like you
Muggs
said.
comes back to New York, and he only works with underground rappers. He don't work with
Mm.
nobody mainstream, nothing. So when you get a chance, type in DJ Muggs and check out all the projects he did with all the New York rappers, and it's
All
dope.
right.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
dope. I
I
mean,
got you.
you,
I'm gonna check
yeah,
it.
you, yeah. You gonna hit me up. You gonna be like, Stu, man, you put me up. You brought me back.
Listen,
I'm
I
back
do a
now.
lot of driving. I do a lot of driving, bro. A lot of time to listen
Mhm.
to music.
Listen.
Jay, let me ask you something right quick, Jay. This will be my last question that I want to ask you. We know you act, we know you produce. You know what I'm saying? We know that you know the movies and you write. But what's one thing that we don't know about you that you're talented at? Can you ball? Are you good at pool? Like what else you do?
Well, well, you know
Do you
what's
make a
funny
good
because
spaghetti? Do you make a good
you did
spaghetti sauce?
look, you did mention basketball with my sons. So, are you guys familiar with Dykeman basketball?
I
Hmm.
seen you with the shirt
Somewhat, yeah. I
and the
somewhat,
Okay.
yeah.
I saw
I'm
you.
Well,
somewhat
Yeah.
familiar with it.
you guys are familiar with Rutgers basketball, like the
Right.
Yeah.
Entertainers
Yeah,
Classic and stuff.
yeah. Rutgers, yeah. I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
So, Dykeman right now, and if you research it, is the biggest basketball league, like summer street ball in New York City right now. And we have a youth division, which I'm the brand manager of all of the kids. And I actually coached the 13 and 14 team, which my son plays on. There you go.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
you like a real dad
pop
right
right
there.
there. That's
For
pop right
real.
there.
You like a
That's
I
dad
pop.
right
mean,
there.
so 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 I've been heavily involved in, just the youth and coaching and, making sure these kids have a brotherhood and a foundation. So like with Dykeman in the program is that outside of other programs that we do, I don't go after the nicest kids. You know what I'm saying? I try to get
Mhm.
kids that wouldn't always have an opportunity to be on an AAU team to come on a team and learn. So we like to watch the kids in the program grow older and see their development because that's what I believe what good coaching is about. I can go and get a killer squad and win all day, but that doesn't define or make you a great coach. A great coach is seeing a kid come from young and evolve into being a better player through the ranks of the actual program itself. So to answer your questions, like what people don't know is like my sons are my best friends,
Mhm.
and
All day.
just
Yeah,
making
mine
sure
too.
that
Mine too.
they can live a legacy and how could I say it? And leave their own mark in the world by me preparing them for what's to come. So, I don't hang out no more. So if you ever really see me, if you don't see me by myself, you see me with my kids. You know, because when I was younger, you know, and it's unfortunate, and I can say this now, when I wanted to play sports, I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody to support me to play sports. You know, a gun was put in my hands,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just trying to change the narrative on how I grew up for my sons. You know, so I'm always at every game and supporting them, whatever it is they want to do, because I didn't have that support as a kid.
Right.
Got you. Okay.
That's real. That's real.
That's super real. That's super real.
So
That
people
was
people calling me Coach JP. So that's something a lot of people don't know.
Coach
Coach
JP.
JP. I like that. Coach.
Yeah.
Coach. I like that. Coach.
That's some dope that we didn't know about, man. That's dope. Well, it's time. It is time, y'all, for rapid fire with Cooks.
Bana.
It's
Bonus
time
round
for
time.
rapid fire with Cooks.
Hey. Well, this how it's gonna go, Mr. J, man. You know what I mean? Got the two little rounds, you know what I'm saying? You probably seen it, heard it before. Basically, on this one, I'm gonna do a little different because you know what I mean, who you are. I'm gonna ask you a couple of your favorite things, and you just let us know what they might be. And then on the other end, you know, I'm gonna ask you two things, you pick one you like the best. So you ready?
Yep.
All right. So as far as your favorites, what is your favorite era? You know what I mean? It ain't gotta be of all time or nothing like that. It ain't but like what's your favorite era for Mr. J?
Man, yo, it's that 80s, that crank era. Like that era was so vicious, man. Man, that era was different, man. You know, like just me seeing the things that I was exposed to at such a young age, man. It helped me survive. It gave me the tools to survive.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was
Real
your
quick, hang on, Cooks. I'm sorry. Jay, tap your mic or something like that, because your mic is real like small,
it making you
teeny.
sound like a robot?
Sound like you far away. Yeah.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. Sometimes you just tap on it, like just knock it or something. Sometimes I don't know. It worked itself out
What
last
about
time.
now?
Same.
What about now?
Yeah, we're
Well,
yeah,
we
work
can hear
yourself
you.
out.
We can hear you.
We can hear
Nah,
you though.
don't give me 1 second. Let me get out and go back in.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
That'll
Okay.
do it. Yeah, man. That's
There go
what's up.
Sada.
Sada.
Yeah, son, you was big
I was like,
screen.
whoa.
Queen Princess Sada.
Like Sada, what's up?
Princess
The future,
Sada.
yeah,
There she
the
is.
future. Well,
And yeah,
while we waiting for
Makami, we definitely.
Nakami is the while we waiting
Yeah.
for
Okay. There you
There you
go.
Is
go.
that better?
That's better.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right, run it.
What was, and I don't think nobody know this one, but maybe they do. What was your favorite part in the movie Belly?
Mm.
Wow,
Beside your
Mm,
own team.
that's hard, bro.
That's
Sheesh.
too hard.
You know what? When nah, not that part. When Lennox was talking to DMX and just letting him know, like, yo, I'm not played with. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you're scared business with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the roughest, toughest. That right there was. Look at that, bro. Look at that.
I mean,
Mm.
Louis Rankin.
Yes.
God rest his dead, yo.
mm.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you know what's funny, right? Because when I actually had the opportunity to run it back into him, right? He pulled me to the side. We ran into it in Atlanta. And he said, yo, your scene was the best scene in the movie. And I said, nah, bro.
Your scene.
Your scene was the best scene in the movie. And mutual respect for each other, man. Like, that was powerful, bro.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool to know too. It's something that we
Yeah.
know, you know what I mean?
Yo, what about this cat? Did you whatever happened to this cat, man? I like your style,
I
son.
know he's from Rochdale. I think he had went to jail.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I think he had went to jail, but that when they casted him, he was a real cast. Like they pulled him off the street.
Yeah, I could tell. You could tell.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a
Yeah, yeah.
coincidence you say that. It's a coincidence you say that because when Nas was narrating that part, he did say that was a little off nigga. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And no future. That's crazy you say that.
Mhm.
Man.
Now looking at your pictures, bro, you be getting fresh. all the time. I ain't never seen you raggedy. You always fresh in the movie, no matter what. So, what's your favorite part of getting fresh, man?
Like it.
Well, all right. You know what? I'll put it like this, right? When I was growing up, between the streets and stuff, on my mom's side, all my uncles, they was known in the neighborhood for being basketball players and getting fresh. So when I used to go around my grandmother's house, they used to think I was the youngest son. They didn't realize I was the grandchild. And
Mm-hmm.
just seeing them get fresh every day, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, these niggas pretty boys, hold up. I could do this too. I ain't gotta be in the streets. So,
Yeah.
my Uncle Sean, 50, they was like my motivation for just trying to get fresh. And they was pretty boys. So I try to, I adapted that into my little, repertoire.
Okay, all right. And the last one for this round is what's your favorite part of your city?
Favorite part of my city?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna give you something that's recent. I
Okay.
love seeing the Barclays
Mm.
every time I go
Mm.
in the borough.
Word.
Yes, man. Just seeing how my borough has transformed into the mini Manhattan.
Mm.
Like
Ah,
from being a big shit show.
Right. I
okay.
mean, do you
So
feel
Okay.
like gentrification? Do you feel like gentrification is responsible for that?
definitely. And listen, there's nothing wrong with gentrification. You
That was my
understand?
next question.
Because with gentrification, it comes change. You know,
Mm.
so the neighborhoods are more clean. You have
But
better
but
looking
do you
houses.
feel like it pushes out the original residents?
Well, I think that it pushes out the bad seeds
Mm.
because in every neighborhood you have to grow. You understand? And you're only going to be pushed out if you allow yourself to be pushed out.
Yeah, I was
Mm-hmm.
getting ready to say that.
That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
you don't
because
have to say.
if
Yeah,
you
you don't have to sell. You don't have to
right,
sell.
You
or
don't.
you could pay the new rent if you could pay the new
Mhm.
rent.
I
True.
think I think I think what's happening in Brooklyn is amazing. Actually,
It's beautiful.
I just hope that a
A
lot of
whole
these.
different place from the 80s and 70s, even the 90s.
I just hope that these black owners just don't look for the short term money and look for long term money, and
Yeah,
then everything will be okay.
Mm-hmm.
facts.
Okay. All right. Oh, now we get into the second half. You know what I mean? I ask you two things. Pick which one you like the best. If you want to elaborate, that's fine. If you're not, we'll go to the next one. So you ready? Here we go. We're gonna start off like with little sports. The Nets or the Mets?
The Nets, the
Okay.
Nets. That's Brooklyn, baby. Come on, that's a
Okay.
good question. Mets
Okay.
is from
Okay.
Queens, and I'm a
Uh,
Yankee.
and you're Yankees. Oh, well, I think okay. The Giants or the Yankees?
Come on, the Giants, man. Big, big
Giants.
blue.
Okay. Okay. Um, just in general, basketball or football?
Sheesh, yo. Man, that's hard, man. I love both of them equally. I
Okay.
think,
Well, we can you can pick them
You could
both if
pay
you
that.
want to.
yeah, I like both of them equally for different
Okay.
reasons.
Okay. Okay. Um, I know you know the scene real good, so I just got one of these: Loaded Lux or Murder Mook.
Murder Mook, man.
Mhm,
I
Murder
mhm.
love battle
Mook,
rap, so
man.
I had to ask you one. I had to ask you one.
I only,
Um,
look, and that's a little biased too because me and Son is cool. I like him. Actually, it's funny that you say that because I actually got him casted in one of the last movies I did, A Father's Pride. He's actually in that too. Shout out to Murder
I
Mook. He did his thing.
I I saw that. That's why I wrote that down because I saw that. So I said he got to know something about battle rap if he know Murder Mook. He got to.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. New Jack City or Juice?
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
Mm.
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 Wow.
Mm.
Ooh.
Damn, yo, that's hard, bro.
I don't even know.
Juice, yo. I gotta go with Juice, bro.
Yes.
I gotta go
Okay.
with Juice. Yo,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
it's
fit.
funny,
Yeah,
real quick, right? I did this joint called Coalition, right? And it was with Raekwon, and he threatened
yeah, that was dope.
threatened me. He threatened me, right? So I had to say this big quote, and then I had to walk off, and all I thought about was the way Tupac walked. You remember that with the
Yep.
feet out, with the you
Yeah.
know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah.
And yo, when I did that in that movie, bro, and we showed it in the theaters, and the way I walked off,
Yeah.
yo, it just reminded me of Tupac. I stole that from Pac.
Dope.
It was dope. Juice,
Dope.
man. Juice.
Dude,
Yeah.
okay.
Ooh, juice.
Cool G rap or Lord Finesse?
Mm.
I gotta go. I
What
gotta
kind
go.
of question is
G.
that,
I
bro?
gotta go with Cool G,
It's Cool G
man.
rap.
I mean, come on.
Mm.
Come on,
I
man.
Seem a little bit.
You would have been better off saying Rakim or Cool G rap. That
Yeah,
that's
that was.
embarrassing.
That's a hard one.
I
That's
would
a
have had
That,
to
hard one.
that's
say,
hard.
yeah,
okay,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
okay,
hard one.
all
Yeah,
right,
that's a hard
okay. Well, I'm gonna come back. How about Q-Tip or Jay Dilla?
production wise.
Wow.
one.
I gotta
Mm.
go Dilla on that. I gotta go Dilla on that.
Wow. I'll go with Dilla too, man. I gotta give
I
it to
got
him.
one. I got one
Okay,
better. Dilla or Primo?
Let's see. I gotta go Primo on that.
I'm Primo. I'm going Primo.
I don't
Premier is
really
my
know
favorite.
I don't think I know who Primo is.
Premier.
DJ
Premier,
Premier.
DJ
Oh,
DJ
Premier.
Premier.
oh,
Gangstar.
I gotta go with Premier. Man, I gotta go
Man.
Premier.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. How about some down south? Outcast or Goody Mob?
Outcast,
Gotta
man.
go with that cast.
Of
Yeah,
course.
everybody going
Okay,
with Cash.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. All
Out.
right, let's go. We're
We
gonna
might
go.
have one really good album.
Okay, let's go with some. Let's go with some big dogs from back in the day. Big Pun, or we're gonna go old school Heavy D.
Holy shit.
Wow.
that
That's
is
a
that
whole
is a holy
different.
shit moment. That is, yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. Real talk though, I gotta go with Heavy D, bro.
Heavy D,
I might
That's
man.
man. That's
Yeah.
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 overweight lovers in the house, bro.
You
Come
know
on,
what I
man.
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Boy, bounce
Did you
to
A
the
see that
waterbed
afterbeat.
dude
hell.
move?
that's Mount
Yeah.
Waterbed
Vernon right
hell.
there.
Waterbed hell. Okay, let's get into Denzel or Samuel.
Denzel, bro. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Okay,
All day.
okay. Acting or producing?
Sheesh.
Mm.
I'll go with acting now.
Okay, okay. Any particular reason? You can elaborate a little bit more.
Because I think that is so much more that I have to give now that my perspective and outlook is different.
And it's
Okay,
a more creative. Well, I don't know. Actually,
You
yeah,
know what
okay,
it
That's a
is?
good one.
both mad
Because
creative.
I love to with acting it's like it's a part of me. You understand what I'm saying? And everything I do, you're gonna see a part of me. And I love
hmm,
to see you when I was younger, right? And I never used to talk, and people never got a chance to know who I was. But now when they see me, it's like I'm talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm happy. I'm a happy person. I'm in a great space. So it's like with the acting, is like I can get to show people who I am. You know what I'm saying? But without getting in trouble for
Mhm.
doing.
hmm. Okay, okay. Uh, this one right here, I'm interested to ask you because I want to hear your answer. Would you rather have the ultimate confidence or the ultimate awareness?
Wow. I'm gonna say the ultimate awareness because
Okay.
you
Yeah.
have to always know what your surroundings are.
Yep.
Confidence is, when you have awareness, you have confidence.
That's
So you
true.
got to go with awareness first because awareness saves your life.
That's
You're
real.
like,
Okay,
Mm.
Yeah.
okay. Uh, kindness or honesty? Which would you prefer?
I'm gonna go with honesty. The real reason why I go with honesty is because you always want to know what's real. You
Right.
know, just because somebody is kind doesn't mean that they're real.
Hmm. You
Facts.
right. Okay. All right. All right. We right at the end. Now let's get on some belly. Sincere or buns?
Buns, man.
Okay. Here
Bunny.
go a tough one. Here go a
Son,
tough one for you right here, Jay. Go ahead.
you can't eat books.
Okay. Here go a tough one for you right here. Quiche or TR?
Quiche.
Quiche.
Ish.
Okay.
Quiche.
Jeez.
Ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ish.
Knowledge or Lennox?
Ooh. Ooh.
Damn. Yo. Boy, do
Ooh.
that to me.
Ooh.
Yo, Power's my man,
Ooh.
bro.
But Power's that dude though.
Power's my man. People don't even know. But yo, I got Power don't be mad at me, bro. I gotta go with Lennox.
Gotta go.
Lennox.
I think Power will understand that.
The roughest, toughest,
I really
rude
do.
boy. You
About
know?
it Jamaican Dundada.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now here
Who
go
up
two
next?
scenes. Two scenes. DMX in the basement when he made old buddy get out his clothes for running his mouth and wasting the beer on the money, or when Wise and my kid was at the table with DMX.
Man, why isn't my kid at the table with them? Look at that.
And
Come
y'all both
on,
laughing
man.
at that.
All right, and my last one: respect or loyalty.
In my life now, I'm gonna go with loyalty.
Okay, elaborate on that.
The reason why I want loyalty is because there's so much disloyalty in this world and people not sticking together that I set out to before respect came with fear. You know, putting fear in people's heart. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Like
And
as
I
a
don't
young
live
cat,
that.
you want respect.
I don't live that life no more. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for loyalty. I'm looking for those that I can grow with and keep evolving. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
for me, it's more about loyal. I'd rather have one loyal person around me than 10 niggas that respect me. You know, it's just
Man,
that's just the way I look at it because I know I could depend on that person.
yes, sir. Man, well, thank you so much for playing. The Cooks 24 bonus round. It's great to know these things about you because I was I was one in the millions that never knew what to you, like where you was at, what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? But I know that movie like the back of my head. I can watch it and go with every word. So for me, thank you so much for being here and giving us a chance to talk with you, and especially giving me a chance to talk with you. Like this has been great, and I've learned a lot about you, and I'm gonna make sure that I follow you everywhere you go, your pages, social media. So just thank you so much for playing the game.
I
You know what I mean?
listen on Instagram, everybody, you can follow me at I am Jay Parris. IAMJAYPARRIS. And listen, I check all my messages. So if anybody put anything of substance in it, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna reply. I like pictures back. You know what I'm saying? I like positive stuff. So if you want to bring some positivity to my page, I welcome it in. And and may everybody continue to be blessed. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you follow me, just say, "Hey Jay, this is such and such," and I'll follow you back, and we can take this journey together.
Word
Yes,
up.
sir. And my last question,
Appreciate that.
Reno, before you grab it, I just want to ask you, Mr. J. All of us are in the podcasting field, and we do other stuff. What kind of positive information or positive advice you can give us individually and together to progress, keep going, keep rising to the top? Because you know what I mean. Like all advice is we need to, some good advice because you've been there and done that and revamp, start over, whatever. So like, what's some good advice you could give a upcomer like me, or you know what I mean, a team like us? What could you give us from Jim?
No matter how many doors get shut in your face, yo, continue to be great. You understand? Because what somebody else's trash might be somebody else's jewels. And I just want y'all to just continue and don't let nobody knock however you feel or whatever you believe in. If you believe in greatness, go seek the greatness because the only one that's gonna hold you back is yourself.
Yo, thank you, man.
I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you, thank you, Thank you.
Word up.
Thank you.
All right. All
We,
right, guys. It's
we
been
really
real.
appreciate you, man. Yeah, brother. Hey, hang out for just a second. I'm gonna wrap it up, man. We'll wrap it up in a sec. But yo, man, this was Sixth Element of Hip Hop. Check us out every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And follow my man Cooks, always Cooks24 on Instagram. And I'm on sixth underscore element underscore comics on Instagram. Hit me up too. All right, y'all. Peace.
Whoa, before we go.
My bad.
Yeah, we got one comic announcement to make because we are a comic and hip hop
Oh, I know, but Jay had to
show.
go, so I was trying to wrap it up. But I figured,
Oh,
go ahead.
okay. All right, it'll be quick. An extraordinary copy of Captain America Comics #1, graded 9.4, set to hit the $1 million club this
Wow.
week. So save your comics, people, because you never know. That comic was hidden, and that comic was out there, and somebody bought it out, got it tagged and slabbed. $9.4 million comic. Save your
Wow.
comics.
That's one to grow on.
Yes, sir. Captain America
Peace.
#1.
It's a Snapple
Peace.
fact.
Word up.